It is well known that Manchester United are searching for a new world-class striker in this transfer window to take the club to the next level and compete for the Premier League title. The Guardian report that a significant breakthrough may have been made in this search, with a major obstacle having been removed for the club, who could now land their number one target, Harry Kane. The Red Devils have been heavily linked with a move for Atlanta striker Rasmus Hojlund this summer. The Denmark international is just 20 years old and signed for the Italian club last summer, but had an impressive debut campaign in Serie A, scoring 9 league goals in his first season. However, there may be a better option available to United this summer. The club may revive their interest in Tottenham striker Harry Kane, as The Guardian is reporting that Tottenham owner Joe Lewis will overrule Daniel Levy and sell the monster striker if he does not agree to a new deal this summer. The report states a potential £100 million fee would not be a problem. However, Kane's salary demands may prove a stumbling block. If both are available, Kane would likely be the number one transfer target for United in their search for a new striker. He is likely going to go down as the best striker in Premier League history, and it seems a no-brainer that if he is available, any fee or wage demands would pay themselves back twofold if a period of success follows. Ahead of the clash against the Gunners in New Jersey, United boss Erik Ten Hag had called on a meeting to be held with the Glazer family. With the club on a pre-season tour of the United States, the United boss thought this was the ideal time to talk about the club's future planning. Avram is the most involved of the Glazer siblings at United, attending each of last season's cup finals. His brother Joel, the club's co-chairman, has not attended a match since early 2019. He is believed to be the most emotionally involved in not wishing to relinquish entire control. When asked about the situation at the MetLife Stadium by United's press pack, Avram replied, "I'm just here to enjoy the game," and did not comment any further. It will be a response which is frustrating to fans and investors alike. The Glazers are hugely unpopular with the United fanbase after their leveraged buyout saw them effectively transfer their business debt onto a previously debt-free club. Coupled with their business strategy, United have been left behind on and off the pitch under their stewardship. At least 2 of the 6 Glazer siblings, Joel and Avram, are understood to have preferred an option which would see an outside investor buy a stake in the club to help finance huge capital projects like the redevelopment of the Old Trafford Stadium and Carrington Training Ground. However, a change of ownership is now the likely outcome. Manchester United have asked for €12 million, £10.4 million, for midfielder Fred following a fresh bid from Galatasaray. According to Fanatic, the Brazil international has been deemed surplus to requirements, and he is expected to leave the Red Devils in the next few weeks. United initially set a price tag of £20 million for his services, but it appears they have now lowered their valuation. Fanatic report that Galatasaray recently increased their proposal for the 30-year-old from €6 million to €8 million, £5.2 million to £6.92 million. However, their offer has been snubbed by the Red Devils. The club continued to insist on their £10.4 million asking price for Fred. The midfielder has entered the final year of his United contract. Fred joined United from Shakhtar Donetsk for £52 million in the summer of 2018, but he has not lived up to the high expectations. The Brazilian has produced standout performances for the club, but between those, there have been several underwhelming displays. This has been the highlight of his United career. His work rate has always been impressive, but his distribution has been under par. Manager Erik Ten Hag wants midfielders who are comfortable with the ball at their feet, and Fred does not fall into that category for him. United will be hoping to sanction his exit at the earliest possibility. He may not be the only one heading for the exit door in the coming weeks. Manchester United midfielder Donny van de Beek could be on his way out this summer, after being an unused substitute against Arsenal last night. The Dutchman recently made his first appearance since his recovery from a knee injury against Lyon. He made an instant impact, scoring the winner with a lovely volley in the 49th minute. Following the game, the Netherlands international acknowledged that he could leave United this summer, and that could soon become a reality, judging by his absence on the pitch yesterday. The midfielder has been training for the past few weeks with the first-team squad, but he did not play a single minute against the Gunners at the MetLife Stadium and stayed on the bench. There was no place for Van de Beek over 90 minutes, and this should raise questions over his United future, considering the club are looking to secure additional funds from player sales. With probably another midfielder coming in after Mason Mount, there is a good possibility that the Van de Beek could leave alongside Fred, who has already been put up for sale by United. The £35 million signing should attract transfer bids from potential suitors, having completely recovered from his injury setback during the back end of the 2022-23 campaign. That alternative is Rasmus Hojlund. Ten Hag held talks with the Danish starlet over the phone, but Atlanta won't be allowing their star asset go on the cheap. Figures as high as £90 million have been touted, which is ludicrous for a player who scored only 9 Serie A goals last season, regardless of his potential. It's also unfeasible for United given they only have about £22 million of their starting budget for the summer remaining and need to raise further funds through sales. There is speculation United are optimistic they can lower the price to the £50 million to £60 million region, but there is still no guarantee the 20-year-old will realize his potential and be the guaranteed source of goals United require. Even if Hojlund or an alternative is signed, United will still need more central striking options than putting all their eggs into one basket. This summer, Ten Hag might have just found one. With Martial once again sidelined, the manager has been forced to deploy Jadon Sancho in a false 9 role for the 3 friendlies, and he has done very well in the position, scoring twice. The latest came against Arsenal when he capitalized on an horrendous error, ran the length of the half, and then blasted the ball into the roof of the net. It was a great goal that showed the sort of explosive speed and cutting-edge United signed him for. It capped off another good 45 minutes for Sancho, who is gradually building up match rhythm, and is making a case for himself to play as the striker on a regular basis. The 23-year-old is in desperate need of a good season after 2 disappointing campaigns, but he is down the pecking order on the flanks. Antony is the first-choice right winger, Rashford the left, and Alejandro Garnacho is currently the man to come in their places. Even Bruno Fernandes played out wide ahead of Sancho last season, and it's also a job Mount could do if needed.